And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Girls on Graps. I'm your host, Ibu Russell Pierce, and we're here to talk some wrestling talk. We're gonna have some wrestling talk. We're gonna talk about our dating lives, just what we're dealing with men in our lives, and pro wrestling and the landscape and everything. Just your three favorite ladies from Russell Pierce talking Graps. I'm your host as usual on Girls on Graps, Ibu Russell Pierce, and I'm joined by Anna and Chuck. And we're going to talk about Mina Shirakawa going to AEW and all the stuff happening. Gail Kim, you know what I mean? Just getting fired from TNA, unfortunately, what that means for women in the industry, and other women friendly topics for pro wrestling. So again, folks, make sure to like the video if you haven't liked the video. Send us your super chats, and we'll get into all of it. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit. Again, I'm joined by my favorite girlies, Anna and Charlie, and we're gonna talk some pro wrestling today. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good, very happy to be back here with the girls, like another episode, just the girlies.
Right,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm excited. We have the news about Mina going to America, so I feel like there's a lot to talk about. And yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited about our new segment as well. I hope you guys enjoy the horrible stories of our dating life. But
Oh,
yeah,
I
how
can't
are you
wait to get
doing,
into that
Charlie?
one. Yeah,
Oh,
I can't wait
oh,
to get
that's
into
gonna
that
be
one.
fun.
100%. I will totally be here in 30 minutes for sure. Charlie, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Right.
Today's a big day for me. It's been 100 days since I quit smoking, so
Oh, good for
celebrating that
you.
little milestone. I'm
Yes,
excited to talk
you.
some wrestling. Yeah, man, so
You
cool.
ate. You ate that. You
Um,
ate that.
I did. It slayed the house down, as they
Absolutely.
say.
Oh my God, you ate
Excited to
down.
talk about some wrestling, and I got a funny announcement that you guys aren't actually aware of yet, but it's going to be real funny to when I say it. But yeah, how are you, Ibu?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Anyways, welcome to Girls on Grap. We are so back. We are back for another week. We're going to be talking wrestling, all the topics that our co-hosts, who unfortunately had to leave suddenly, these things happen. We'll be covering all of them. We'll be getting into it. Please do like, subscribe, send your super chats if you're feeling generous. And yeah, let's get into it. It's going to be a good time. What should we do first?
Oh, I think we can keep the news segment for later because I
Yeah.
think that's gonna be quite a lot. We can start with the news that Mina Shirakawa, she's leaving Stardom at the end of the month, like out of nowhere. I mean, I guess it's kind of expected, but she's leaving Stardom at the end of the month to officially go to AEW. I mean, probably, it's not official now, but we know where she's going. So what do you think of that? Like, I mean, like I said, it's not like a huge surprise. She's been like very present, especially with the whole thing with Mariah and Tony. She's got like very, very over with the fans. So I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do with her. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's kind of a no-brainer that she's going to AEW. To be honest, like it makes sense. Like they incorporated her so well, like in the past year or so with the Mariah and Tony story, and she's branched off and done a couple of her own little things as well. I mean, I'm excited about it. I think there's a risk of overexposing certain aspects of her character, but they've been pretty good at balancing things in the last like year or so with the women's division. So I'm excited. I think that she could slot really nicely into the TBS scene right now. I think the world title scene post Dynasty, there's going to be a lot of main players in that, and having some more steady feuds for Mercedes would be really nice. So yeah, I'm interested. I'm excited to see what she does.
Yeah, like I think she really has the potential to be a world champion in AEW. That's like a
Yeah.
no-brainer. But for me, there's some people that are still in front of the line, like I would still rather seeing like a Chris or a Willow getting the title first, and that for
Yeah.
me it's still like a priority. But we saw how they dealt with Mariah. Like they kind of just pushed her in front of the line because of the story and everything that she had going on. And I think Mina, she's so over. The fans like her so much, and they do have like the story with Tony. So it wouldn't be a great shocker or a great surprise if she ends up being the one taking the title of Tony. But
Yeah.
I would still, like you said, I feel like the TBS scene would be very nice for her, either with Mercedes or Athena, like whoever is the champion, maybe after All In. I would love to see those matches. So I think
Yeah.
she can be like very steady. And if Tony actually puts her to wrestle and doesn't just use her to go like in the middle of TV,
Yeah.
I think I think we can get like some really good stuff. It's like a very good sign for the women's division. But the women's division, they'll be like, come on, look at the girls, look at the talent. Like
They are
Megan Bates,
eating.
Dynasty, come on.
Mm-hmm. Megan should win a Dynasty, right? Like, I think I think it was Lyric that spoke about it on Twitter. Shout out Lyric, but like, you don't get chances to cement a star like this very often anymore. And Megan Bain's come in; she's killed it with like the live crowds and like the way they've been building everything with her. I think they should do it. I think do the title change. Dynasty is what like that was the turning point for AEW last year, and I think it's going to be that again this year. To be honest.
I don't know, like, because Tony is probably like their biggest star, like one of the biggest stars, men or women in the whole roster, in the whole industry right now. So I do understand that having Megan beat her would be like the big shocker, and it would be the thing that would really make people like, oh my god, like she's serious. But I do think it might be too soon. Like the fans don't really know her that well yet.
People say this is way too often. I think you just gotta take a chance sometimes. Like, I get what you mean, but she's too good for people to be saying that about her, honestly.
I know. I'm just like concerned that would be with the fans maybe wouldn't hit, or she would be like a Mariah situation that she's the champion, she gets almost no pops when she comes out, like things like that. And I feel like she deserves more, and that when she gets to that point, which she absolutely should, sooner rather than later, but when she gets to that point, I want people to like respect her, so
yeah. I just don't think you should run the match then at this point. Just keep her away from the world champion, because she shouldn't be losing. That's the thing.
I would love, honestly, if she beat Tony. For me, that would be such a shocker and such like a bold decision. Like, I really, really respect that from Tony, especially with the women, having this bold of a decision. And I think Megan being the champion is like the perfect chance for like a Willow or a Chris, because they're already doing the whole thing with Chris, and then maybe they still haven't put Willow and Megan like in the paths of each other. So I feel like it would be the perfect person for either of them to get the title from.
Yeah.
No? Because she doesn't need like a super long reign, but I do feel like her winning would be very impactful and would be like a good moment for sure. But for Dynasty, like the card so far is looking pretty fire, pretty good. What do you think? Do you still believe, we talked about it last week, but do you still believe Swerve is winning?
Yes, I believe he should. I think that it's becoming pretty undeniable that they need to do the title change. I think Tony Khan's going to look like a fucking idiot if they don't do the title change at this point, because there is not a single fan I have seen or spoken to that is rooting for John Moxley right now. And if you had told me that 2 years ago, I would have been like, how did they fuck this up so badly? But it's not necessarily AEW's fault about the character work and that, because he's John Moxley. He's going to do what he wants at this point, right? But do the title change. You've got to upset top stars at some point in their career. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I still don't really see it. I mean, for me, I would be really happy. I'm really like locked in. I don't know. I really locked in with the idea of Hangman winning the title at All In. But after that cage match, I don't know. Seeing, of course, Hangman and Swerve are never gonna miss together. But after the cage match, I wouldn't want it to for them to run it back for the title like so soon. You know what I mean? I do feel like, it's a no-brainer. It would be a great match, whatever. But if it is the case that Swerve wins the title, I think I would rather see Ospreay than getting the title from him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a guarantee that they do Hangman Swerve if Swerve wins a Dynasty. But to be honest,
it's so clear. You have it all in Texas, and like Hangman, the cowboy, should come out being the champion. For me, that's so clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it is as well. And I honestly do think that's the route they end up going. But they can't do another, 4 months of fucking John Moxley as world champion.
No, they can't. They can, but it would be very painful.
It would be. It would be.
It would be very painful. But it does seem like they are, changing. I think if Swerve loses a Dynasty, right? I can only see it going 2 ways. Either is Darby returning, and then that's why they put Swerve to lose, which I don't think is like, yeah, I also don't
Where
know.
the
But
fuck is Darby these days? Somewhere on Everest, I think.
training to go to Everest. But either if they make Swerve lose, for me it's either Darby returns or they have like the Death Riders are beating down on Swerve and then Hangman comes out to save Swerve and then like go face to face to Mox and we start building for All In. You know?
Yeah.
Those are like
Yeah.
the two, or maybe even Osprey would be the one to come out and save Swerve because they also have like that history. But I think Hangman coming out and save Swerve would be more impactful. And for me, maybe that would be like the path to start going with that direction, you know? And so because then you have time to do.
Because it would be less of a saving Swerve and more about I want to get my hands on Jon Moxley to start with.
Yeah.
But obviously he's going to be indirectly doing that.
Yeah.
Chat is not happy about Darby Allin. Listen, me neither.
Girl, yeah, like, but the thing is, like, someone said also in the chat, like, it would be the third straight All In that the main event would be like a face versus face, and I do think like, okay, we hate, like the Mox title reign is not great, whatever. It's still, you know, Jon Moxley, and if it's the main event All In Texas, I feel like he would be like good heel to go against. It would be like a good moment, someone finally beating him in the main event of All In, and for the person to be either Hangman or Osprey, I feel like that would be like best case scenario. Yeah. But it is one of those things, like it's you win some, you lose some, because you would have to deal with him being champion for 4 more months, but you would have like a great moment at the end of it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And like Hangman, all respect in the world for Mr. Cope, but you know, Hangman and Osprey, I would trust them more to get like a very good match out of Mox at this point in time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's a disrespectful thing to say.
It's not. I think the only caveat with the face versus face thing is Swerve can lean into being like a bad guy. Like he can do that. Like he did it at All In. Like he did it against Bryan.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Like the thing is, I'm not gonna be. Of course, if Swerve wins, I'm gonna be celebrating. Like, come on, it's Swerve winning a title. Who would be sad about it? But I still see it more clearly. Like Hangman winning the title off Mox for me is still like would be my go-to, or Osprey as well. But like we were talking about, Osprey winning the title in the All In Texas, that's just like insane. But I mean, they can do that.
Yeah, I think Swerve could lean heel for
either
Hangman or Osprey.
Adam cooked here. Hangman Mox Texas deathmatch. It's simple.
Oh my god, run back the Revolution match.
Texas deathmatch in Texas, and a main event of All In between Hangman and Mox, which are like the two kings of that match in AEW.
Actually, no, come on. I've decided we're not allowed to do cool matches at All In Texas because of the All In London couldn't get cool matches like that. So fuck Texas, even though I'll probably be there. I'll probably be there, so it doesn't matter either way. But no, Texas isn't allowed to do cool matches.
No,
fuck
but that is the fucking
no-brainer.
Adam, you cooked with that one. Like, yeah, sure.
They did do the Texas death match already, but who gives a fuck, bro?
What about it? Girl,
Mox is great when he bleeds.
Yeah. Did you see the like the fucking spike stuck on the back? Like, come on.
Oh, bro. the visual of him hitting the spikes is one thing, right? And the visual of it just being stuck, like in his back is another. The visual of really Yuta trying to pull it out of his back.
Girl.
That is one of the most like disturbing things I have seen in a wrestling ring, and I watch a lot of death matches. Like I enjoy. That is like my favorite genre of wrestling that isn't tag match wrestling. Like
that was the moment that
baffled.
Like, I know we all have like our opinions about Mox's reign. Like, I'm also not happy with it, but that is a moment that it just kind of goes like, okay, yeah, I still have to respect this man. like
he still loves this game when you put him in the right situations.
Still for the love of the game, you know. It's still Jon Moxley. Like, come on, he's not like a random like nobody. It's Jon Moxley. That was genuinely crazy. That was a clip that it was so like it was one of those clips that you can just show to people who are not even wrestling fans, and they're gonna think it's like the coolest thing in the world. And it's what I did. I got so many people actually like interested in like what the fuck is happening there because of the video. So
it was Honestly, like, that match was the most fucking fed-pilled, no-holds-barred bullshit I've ever watched in my life. Like, I think it was Ibu that tweeted it, whoever that guy is, and was like, it's like the second best Bloodlines rules match, and I was just like, yeah, pretty much.
Bloodline rules is crazy.
Also,
But
have you seen the Despika side Takeda deathmatch, Charlie? Yes, I have. I watched that the day after it happened. I might have watched it the day it happened, to be honest, when I got home from work. I can't remember. But that match fucking rules, and everyone should watch it. It was the main event of Crazy Fest on March 10th, if you haven't seen it. Genuinely fantastic. Despi's performance in that is godly. And he just gets the shit kicked out of him in that match. Like, Kasai and Takeda do their thing. Obviously, they're like two legends of deathmatch wrestling. But Desperado gets the absolute shit kicked out of him. And it's like one of my favourite matches of the year so far. Shout out Despi. Yeah. I need to see him wrestle a deathmatch live in like the not too distant future. I just need that.
Girl, are you tapped in New Japan? Like, what's going on? Did we feel like your guy? Did we feel like he won?
My guy, he won the New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
I have been watching bits and pieces, like, when I have time. I watched the final. He absolutely carried that match. Let's be fucking real. I was one of those people that was convinced that Finley was going to NXT. So I will hold my hands up and say that clearly I was wrong, or he's not going at the moment. I thought that it was over, but we're so back, and now he has the New Japan Cup win. Is he going to be Hiroki Goto? Hiroki Goto? I stumbled over that. I don't know if he is, but the Red Bull is everyone's savior. You guys did not see the vision back in 2023, and you were all booing me, and stay on that side.
I cannot lie. I did not see the fucking vision. Like, I was not sold at all. I was very against him. Guys, I'm doing my nails again. I'm sorry. Like, you have to understand, GOG is the only time during the week that I have to do my nails. Today, the color will be green.
Slay.
And so, yeah, but I don't know if he's gonna win. Usually, like, the winners of New Japan Cup, they don't win. Get the title. Yeah, because, like, that's safer that you won. That's not really like a. Because I remember as the Zack Sabre Jr. girl, I remember him winning the New Japan and the New Japan Cup and not leading anywhere for years. And I remember like twice the New Japan Cup. He won the New Japan. I mean, he did win the New Japan eventually. You know, that's how you call it.
Yeah, he did.
But like but he won the New Japan Cup twice, and he still didn't win the title. And those moments were very hard as a fan. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Is Finley wrestling for the title at Sakura Genesis? Chat, please let me know, because I am not aware of schedules. Zack Sabre did bring it home last year. It's wonderful.
I've been so tapped out in New Japan though. Like, what are the other like champions now? Who are like the tag champs? What is going on there? Is it still bullshit?
I cherry pick matches that people tell me are good. I don't have time to sit and watch these shows for at the moment. Yes, he is. Oh, Sakura Genesis feels so soon for Goto to lose the belt. Oh, Takeshita versus Oiwa is also at Sakura Genesis. That is a sexy card. Just off those two matches alone. Naito and Hiromu. Oh yeah, Naito. They won from the Bucks at the beginning in Osaka.
Yeah. Oh, Naito, is he wrestling?
Yeah. Are they defending the belts?
I love Naito.
I could just look this up right now, but I don't want to.
Okay, I love Naito, but like, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
It's Jova.
I feel like that tag division, they kind of like they need like shakeups. Like, which tag teams do they have there?
We've been saying this for 2022. We've been saying this since 2022. But listen, man, there's a certain tag team that were on excursion, and they done dropped all of their belts, most of their belts now. So, Youngblood, where you at, bro? When you coming back? Let us know.
Like, honestly, there's such a gap now for the tag teams in New Japan. I feel like so. Like,
especially like a heel tag team. I think we need a
Yeah.
new cool heel tag team in New Japan.
And just like a cool tag team period, like a newer that feels fresher, because I feel like all the tag
Yeah.
teams now, there's no tag team in New Japan now that is like really exciting me. You know what I mean? And we had like New Japan used to have like so many insane great tag teams, and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
you either just break all of them or they leave. Like the last tag team that really excited me in New Japan was Aussie Open, and now they're both in AEW,
Yeah.
you know? So I do feel like the hole left by Aussie Open could be filled by Young Blood. I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm
Hey,
well,
man.
okay.
Family friend.
But
This
I
is
do,
not
yeah.
a family friendly show. Lol.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be the what are the name of the men that Joe Hobart's friends? Carl Anderson, the machine,
The machine.
gun. The machine.
Try off it. Yes, they're going to produce Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Yeah.
For the tag
Hell yeah.
division. Bright lights,
I
Carl
would
Anderson.
not be fucking surprised. I would not be fucking surprised.
No, Loki. Yeah, man, I'm for it. Someone please let Joe know that has just happened, because that is so fucking funny.
Please just clip that and send it personally to Joe Hobart. This is how I remember the Good Brothers. Is that their name?
the Good Brothers. Yeah, that's their tag name. I couldn't remember their tag name either.
I just remember them by Joe Hobart's friends. Like, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
I think that would probably pop them as well, to be honest. But we're bringing in Loki as honestly. Oh, dude, that's good.
But yeah, so if there's no other like tag team that I generally think like Young Blood would be a good addition, and I just think they need to like spice it up, that division. Like, I love Naito, but 2025 Naito holding a title, like, please, guys.
Yeah.
Someone is asking money for a homeless single mother in chat, guys. Maybe send it to her. I don't know what's happening.
Listen, it's not a funny situation. But
if
what?
it's real, I think they're just asking for money.
God, are you okay?
Is this
maybe let's not promote Venmos and Cash Apps in chat, please. Thanks. If you're real, if you're a bot, you'll probably get banned in a minute, low-key. Just saying.
But you can send us super chats. You can support.
You can send us super chats.
Women.
I thought I was going to say these two single mothers. We are not mothers.
No, I was gonna, but I was like, wait. That's not the case. Knock on wood, girl. Knock on wood.
Oh, it's been corrected in chat. Go. Sorry. Listen, if you send it again, I'm banning you because of it. Like.
Oh my god! Someone just said like they think that Shota Umino and Youngblood create their own group. Do not put this on Youngblood. Like, do you hate them? Do you hate me?
I don't want Youngblood to go back and be associated with Shota Umino. Babe, I gave you a chance. I hope if this is a real situation, I hope you get it sorted. But you spam in chat and self promotion. So
this is not the place. I'm so
not
sorry,
place.
but like
how did that come through? I just did. Okay. Anyways, sorry, child.
Anyway, but like that's just what the streets are saying, guys. Please, the Death Riders of Japan.
Death Riders of Japan.
Kill myself. Oh, I would fly to Japan to kill myself in front of them. Like, this is
change the trajectory of their lives.
Like, this is so unserious. Honestly, like, just the fact that that man, like, he knows where the bodies are buried, because he had probably the worst Wrestle Kingdom main event with fucking Zack Sabre Jr. You know how hard it is to have a bad match with Zack Sabre Jr.? Like, that still fucking shuts me out. Anyway, he has that. He shits the bed, you know? He gets the ball. He has, like, the biggest opportunity of his fucking life. He shits the bed. Like, not only shits the bed, like, diarrhea all over the bed. Like, insane. You know, and then they still put him in the final of the fucking New Japan Cup. What did he do to deserve it? What did he do to deserve that?
He didn't do. He didn't do nothing.
Like, what did he do? He had a haircut that looked like Tanahashi, like last year. Ooh, the fuck! And now you're trying to put like a tag team that needs to be like, you know, hot and needs to get like attention. With him, guys, like what? What are we doing
Armbar's
here?
bad, actually. Listen.
Exactly.
You guys can all do your Zack Sabre Jr. bits. I do not give a fuck. You were celebrating up and down the timeline this time last year, and fucking this time last August when he won the fucking G1, and then when he won the belt. Shut up, all of you. Go, shut up.
Shut this.
It's been 3 months since New Japan. It's been 3 months since New Japan. Oh my god, it's been 3 months since Wrestle Kingdom.
Our brains, what is happening today? Yeah, Shota did have a lot of people talking about Zack Sabre Jr. like he was Austin Theory, and I'll never fucking forgive him for that. Okay, so do not put Youngblood with him. Like that would just be like so evil to Youngblood. Like Oscar Yuto, like I'm so sorry that would be, if that's the case. My apologies. But yeah, hopefully they're back there soon. But my god, let's not do that.
Hopefully know that. What is?
Yeah.
I'll start banning you guys. Don't think I won't. Sure, it didn't become popular until the ZSJ didn't become popular until the channel.
It's starting to.
Do you mean ZSJ hate or ZSJ in general? Because that is a message and a half.
This is crazy.
You guys are
talking so crazy.
I hope you're aware that you're annoying me.
This is just talking insane on my men's Zack Sabre Jr. is crazy. No,
I'll end the stream right now. I don't care.
I will grab a knife. You guys, the life is about to be changed right now. Done.
So I'll just stop banning you, or I'll end the stream. I don't care.
Like,
don't piss me off in my chat.
This is like, okay, this is not a democracy, right? We do not have free speech here.
No.
This is This is not a democracy. This is a monarchy. We are the queens, and you do not talk shit about Zack Sabre Jr. Like, this is a fucking dictatorship. You guys need to understand. Okay, there's no free speech. We do censor. Okay, that's it. There's a lot of censoring. A lot of. It's my Donald Trump impression. I don't know how to do the voice.
Hating on someone that is supported by the girlies in International Women's Month, because we're still in March. We are still in March. It's still International Women's Month.
Hating
You're being so misogynistic.
It's actually misogynistic. That is crazy. You guys, women.
I can't believe you guys hate women.
That's
what is
insane. This? You all hate women so bad. Like, that's crazy.
It is hoe scaring activity. You are actively scaring the hoes right now. Welcome back,
Blake Christian.
I like that.
Okay, Blake Christian talking about white people. Blake Christian versus Kenny Omega. Vanilla Baby.
I can't. Someone in work sang that song today, and I think I legitimately had a visceral reaction to it. My head whipped round, and I was like, "Why are you singing that?" The video package they put out is very funny because it's all just Kenny. It's just Kenny, and then Blake Christian's wrestling him, but Kenny Omega.
What do you have to talk about Blake Christian? You know, like. It would have been even funnier if they had put in the fucking Vanilla Baby song, but the rights would be like, Tony Khan, he has the money. Like, let's be funny, you know?
Yeah, just throw some money at fucking almost a Jack Whitehall. That is a comedian. Jack Harlow. You've thrown money at Jack Whitehall before. Like, don't worry about that. Fucking hell. This has been a weird episode. I wonder why.
What is going on? They just the start. Ibu just like threw her energy off, you know? It's like the present.
It was such a normal introduction, wasn't
it? Every episode. But yeah, Vanilla Baby. Like, the thing is, I missed the whole thing when it happened. I think I was in the hospital at the time. I don't know, but because I remember, I would remember being in my hospital bed, opening my Twitter after almost dying, and seeing people talking about Blake Christian with the Jack Harlow song, and being so confused. I was so confused. There was
It's
a moment that I
such
thought,
a
like,
funny
did I die?
video.
Am I
Did I
imagining
die?
things? Like, did I just like, did I pass away while in the hospital and I'm just imagining things? Because what the fuck? What just happened? So what is the lore there? I need like a full in-depth explanation because, like I said,
I
I
don't
was
know.
not in conditions. Like, did he make a video of
I think
himself and
he
post it on
made
their
it
account?
himself.
But
I
did he
legit
post it
think he
himself
made
or did he post it in a burner? Like, yeah, he made the video, but
Right.
like, where did he post it?
I think he just posted it on his Twitter account. That's where I saw it from.
He made
Like,
an editing of himself. Fine. Did he post it on his own account? That's the part that is like fucking baffling if he did. He tweeted it himself.
Tweeted it. He just straight up tweeted it. Oh, but
That's
nobody
crazy.
knew who made it at first, and then he admitted that he made it. Listen, he's probably been doing some cool stuff in Ring of Honor. It's just a very fucking funny match to book. And it should go about 4 minutes if we're being realistic.
That is so funny. That is genuinely so fucking funny.
He said he
Imagine.
found this
Oh my
edit.
god.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna get random clips of me during the podcast and just make an edit and be like, oh my god, I love my fans so much. Thank you.
Oh my
No,
god.
that is actually crazy. And that's the song you choose. That's the song you choose. Please,
It's
let's
like,
be serious here.
like, did he just think it's funny because he's a white guy? Like, is that why he chose the song? Are you admitting that you like vanilla sex? Which is nothing wrong
He's
with.
vanilla, baby.
Blake,
Uh-huh.
what was
There's something
what was
wrong with it.
what was the goal? What was the mission with choosing that song?
That is so funny. That is genuinely
Like,
so
are you
funny.
like? This is an open invite to the podcast to explain your thought process with making this video.
Honestly, Blake, I would have Blake Christian over here.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm so glad you said over here because that could have been crazy.
No, okay, guys, let's start like tagging him.
Tweet Blake
inviting
Christian. Blake Christian. Tag him. Tell him you want him
Tweet
on Girls
Blake
and Graps.
Yeah.
Go tell him. Go tell him
Honestly,
you want him on the podcast.
Go tell him, come on, guys, let's get him. Like, we need a live explanation of the thought process of the song choice. I want to know this, like, the song choice. I want to ask him live. Are you trying to say you like vanilla sex? That's like the one question. That's what the girls are for. Okay?
Yeah, we
Like,
asked the hard-hitting questions that no one else is going to. He vanity searches too.
Baby
Oh, so
God.
you ain't even got to tag him. You can just treat Blake Christian to go on Girls and Grabs and he'll see that shit.
Let's start a campaign. Just let's get, like, because the thing is, we're not here to
We'll
do
talk a bit
serious
about wrestling
interviews.
too, but like,
We're not here to do serious interviews. If you guys want to watch serious
No.
interviews, there's so many of people that do that. Like,
go
Graps does great
watch like
interviews.
Fightful
You
and
know?
stuff.
Yeah, like, there's
Lyric
so
does
many
great
people.
interviews. Shout out Lyric and Chat. Pep as
Lyric,
well. Like, there is so
Pep.
many good
So, like,
interviewers.
exactly.
That's
There's
not what
so many
we're
great...
here for.
We are here to chat. We are here
Yes.
to ask the important questions. The important questions.
Yes.
What kind of
real.
sex do you like? Why did you choose the Jack Harlow song? If you would do another edit of yourself, what would be the song choice for that one? You know, like, just the important stuff.
And why is it S&M by Rihanna?
S&M by Rihanna. That wouldn't be. What is that? You know, that's kind of funny. Is there songs of people saying they like vanilla sex? Isn't like most songs of people being like, look how freaky I am? Like, why would you make a song? Now, this is the question for Mr. Jack Harlow. Why would you make a song saying I like vanilla sex? Is that like representation? Is that an underrepresented group?
I think it might be an underrepresented group in media and music. Holy shit. Big pop in the chat. Hearing reports, I am now a member of Bullet Club. This is true. You are a member of Bullet Club, as they say.
You're friends. Joe, I fully forgot.
On Girls on Graps at some point?
Just send him the link. Let's have the...
Yeah, do you want to come talk about the Good Brothers that your guys' personal friends?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny as fuck, bro. That's genuinely
like, Christian, what's your fuck style is great.
Josephine, yes, absolutely.
All the girls joining us. But yeah, we're gonna have hopefully more more interviews. But guys, you can honestly, like we say, tag people, tag us, tag people, like bully them into coming to Girls on Graps. Okay, like that's the whole point.
We've reached out to a few people, but
we might have some people coming soon. You know, maybe next week we might have people. We don't know. We're doing negotiations. You know,
we are doing negotiations. We go vibes. But the vibes are good. Things happen.
Whoever you guys want to join, like just bully them, tag them. You know,
things are happening.
Oh my god!
Oh, I can't do it on my phone. I've got to do it on my.
Bear with. Oh, having Gail Kim here, that would be like such a dream come true. Honestly, that woman.
Legitimately, if anyone knows where I can reach out to, I will reach out to Gail Kim and see if she wants to come.
I would cry. Like TNA, you will burn in hell forever. Like you do not deserve anything good. I hope that WWE eats you alive and ends you. Like that's so disgusting.
Let's talk about how actually insane it is to lose Gail Kim from your production team.
Fucking crazy.
It's Gail Kim.
Like, come on. They always, but WWE just never like appreciated her. So I guess like them, TNA getting like a closer relation with WWE maybe was like just a matter of time. But like she's a person that you should fight for to keep. You know. Like I understand, like oh, your connection with WWE, like whatever is important for them. Gail Kim is someone like you should fight for. Like you lost Jordan Grace, you do not want to lose Gail Kim as well. Like who do you have left? You have Tessa Blanchard, and you're losing Gail Kim. Are you so fucking serious right now? Like, you know what I mean? What are you talking about?
It's so stupid.
What is the priority here?
Like, it's legitimately baffling to me. Like the process,
I'm happy, yeah.
Like the decision that they've made here.
I mean, I'm happy for her for being away from the company, and I do hope like AEW would be very smart to get her to produce. Like you know, the women's division, they have all the talent. I feel like having a producer like Gail Kim would just really like elevate them even more. But it's generally like crazy. I feel like TNA does not deserve anything good after this decision. I mean, they already had Moose being a world champion, Tessa Blanchard being back. Like, we know they've been shit. But this is just like a final, like, yeah, it's over. It's done. If WWE eats you guys up, I'm not gonna be like even sad about it.
It's just like I wish I could be surprised.
It's gonna be so deserved. It's gonna be so deserved, you know? Like there's some things like you can like not to victim blame, but like you deserve that.
Like, no, legitimately. Like, and also, you should be happy she's no longer in TNA. Am I happy that there's a chance that she could work for another company and benefit them? Yes. Do I still think it's really fucked up for them to just legitimately fire her for and other people? There were other people fired. Gail Kim was just the big name that came out of it for changes and no other legitimate reason behind it. No, I think it's fucked up, and I think it's incredibly stupid business-wise for TNA to do that, unless they're actively just trying to get themselves into a position where they're more marketable to WWE. And like, it's no secret that Gail Kim doesn't have good history with WWE. So them removing her, it looks really fucking bad.
Yep. It's gonna be really funny when WWE just decides they're done with TNA.
To be clear, I was joking. It's fucked up. No, I appreciate that you probably were, but it's just like I've seen other people say shit like that. It's just like, oh well, should be delighted. Like she can go do something else. It's like someone losing their job in a situation like this is not like. There's not always a brighter side to be considered straight away, you know. Like, but Tony Khan, get that fucking contract ready, brother.
Please, like, get the phone. You've been hiring some crazy people that you should not be hiring. Like, just get the phone. That one is worth it, you know?
Absolutely. That is absolutely someone you should be snapping up to do what they hired Madison Rain to do originally. Like, that is the perfect role for her.
Like, I love her. I just love that woman. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. She deserves everything. We love you. Please come on Girls and Graps. Let's talk shit about today. Let's
we'll let you talk shit about your company. We don't care. We'll
do
do
not
it in a
have
diplomatic way. We'll be a bit more serious for things like that.
Yeah, I feel like for Gail Kim, we would be more serious because like she deserves it. For Blake Christian,
Yeah.
what kind of fucking you like, you know? Like,
There's levels to this game, brother. Come on.
we can be professionals when we
dear.
want, you know?
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
that is-
Circumstantial. It's circumstantial. Speaking of
I don't know why
circumstantial,
I thought you had say circumcision.
I knew as soon as you started
Like,
talking,
sure.
I knew that you were going to say that. Oh my god! You know what? I don't know
Like-
what my segue was going to be. I was going to do it on the fly. Let's
Like
do
Christian,
Tryouts.
are you circumcised?
I would like to say I have no part in that question. That is not information I need to know. Live your life however best that suits you, brother. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
The important
What?
question.
I mean, listen, okay, no, you know what? We're going to get into this. Not Blake Christian specifically. I could not care less about his anatomy. But I was at the pub last Friday with some of my friends. Shout out Kat and Ben and Niall and AJ. We were having a conversation about preferences in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And cut or wrong cut.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it just came up, and it's like uncut. Moving on.
I never noticed. Like, I don't know if I ever like had an uncut one. I never like looked that deep. I don't think I know the difference. Like, I need to Google that. Oh, okay.
Unless you I forgot what he was in chat. Unless you want to see like naked men like right now.
Well. Don't tempt me with a good time. But
hey, man. Stick around to hear some of our stories like
But yeah, I never No,
this is supposed to be a family show. No,
okay.
It's
not. It's not. Girls and Graps is the one that we kind of lose track here. But like, is it the one that looks like it has like a little scarf? Yeah. Okay, I've seen that.
Oh shit! I'm meant to be being quiet. My sister's in bed. Oh my god!
Sorry.
A little scar.
It has like it's cute. It's like it's like a little warm. Like, you know.
Like a little neck warmer.
Yeah. No, a worm. Like the
worm.
animal. Yeah. I think that's all I've seen. I need to talk to some Jewish guys, I guess. Like, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm saying. I just say stuff. I don't know.
Super chats.
Send more super chats. Let's support circumcision.
Yep. Champion $2 super chat. Kevin, whatever the fuck, Feige. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah, Kevin Feige saved my life. Hashtag Ebu bad. Hashtag tomatoes. Yeah, Marvel announced a lot of
I cannot be excited. I cannot be excited with Marvel anymore. Like, it feels like nothing is important. If everyone is coming back, then what's the fucking point of everything? You know,
yeah,
like, you're supposed to build stuff. Like, and then, like, the new characters now you're not building. You're just, like, kind of throwing them out there. I still haven't forgiven what people did to Eternals. I loved Eternals. And, like, Endgame was so good and, like, so impactful. And now just Robert Downey Jr. is back. It's like, sure, whatever. So I cannot be excited about Marvel stuff anymore.
It's so silly. There's no Tom Hardy playing Venom.
And I used to be like obsessed with it, you know? Like I read the comic books, I had the t-shirts, I went to all like the, how do you call it? When they play like the movies like the night before that it comes out, like those things. I went to Comic-Con in Sao Paulo. Like, I was obsessed with it. I saw like so many famous people live at Comic-Con. It was really cool. And then now I just don't give a fuck anymore. You know?
Yeah, it happens.
Sorry.
It's just like I don't know. I kind of fell out of love with Marvel. I just don't have the energy for it anymore.
Yeah, I was a nerd, guys. I know it doesn't look like it, but yeah.
We're doing a wrestling podcast.
fan.
I think they know.
Come on. Like, oh, you liked Marvel? Guys, we're cousins. Like, Marvel fans, wrestling fans. Who do you think you are?
They're so logged in. Anjan another $2 super chat. Thank you. They know what they did with that all-in video. Yeah, it does feel like they're setting up Swerve Hangman again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean,
we talked about it extensively earlier. Like, again, not going to complain if that's a match, but like,
Slay.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
J Rom's $5 super chat. Think the best / most emotionally resonant match for Mox at Yarlin is against Eddie if he's healthy. P.S. I'm going to WCR, so praying I see Champ Finley. WCR.
Oh.
WCR. What is that?
A show? A company?
WCR.
Is he doing an
Wrestling. WrestleCon? Is that WrestleCon? Is David Finley in Vegas? Windy City Riot. Duh. Sorry, having a moment.
Oh, but yeah, Mox versus Eddie. Just Eddie back. We talked about it last week, but just Eddie back. Please, Eddie back.
I want my Eddie back.
If he is healthy and he is like, yeah, if he's gonna be back, then
yeah,
like please. And I would not. That would be. You know. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, we should get the big man's opinion on this one because it's kind of fitting actually. I know he loves to talk about wrestling these days. Hi Joe, you missed some interesting conversations.
Yeah, I heard there was a lot of confusion about what WCR stood for, so I thought this is my chance to big wrestling acronym guy, you know. Yeah. Hello, this is fun.
Couldn't figure it out in the moment. I was just like, is that WrestleCon? No. Why would it be WrestleCon?
So Joe, opinions on vanilla sex. Come on, let's get
I don't have strong opinions. I've missed the show, so like, I don't know what's the debate. Can you guys clue me in on like what the kind of the pros and the cons, you know, so on and so forth.
It was less.
Why would you make a song about it?
Open invitation to Blake Christian to come on the podcast and explain why that was his song choice for the video that he made of himself.
Yeah, cut or uncut. That's the real question here. No, I'm joking. I am joking.
But what would be your like second question to Blake Christian? Like you ask that first, and then do you just kind of go, so Ring of Honor, you know? What are you doing then?
I don't know. Adam was just like, okay, so what's the second choice of song? Like, what would be the next song? You make a video. Yeah. And I said S&M by Rihanna because it's a funny.
But then it goes against and like. Just asking him why, which video editor he uses, you know, how did he edit that video? I have so many questions. What was the thought process? Why did he think it was a good idea to do that? Yeah.
Wow. You guys get deep in the weeds here, huh? It's pretty cool.
We do.
Interesting.
We get deep about some things. So.
Yeah. And I was wondering if it would be like too much to ask him if he was cut or uncut, but I think that would. So.
Yeah. Probably. And it depends. I think if you like ease into it, like if you get 40 minutes into his career, maybe he'll be into the idea. I don't know.
I think we should clear it before we go live for such a thing. But I think he'd be all right with it. It'd be funny. Different to other podcasts.
It certainly would be different. Yeah, I don't think Dave's going to be asking him that one anytime soon. I think that would be a Girl on Graps exclusive.
Exactly. We have to ask the questions that no one else does. You know, like we're here to do. Yes. To do like the pressing questions.
Yeah,
but okay, we were talking about like the tech division in New Japan, and that's why we mentioned your friends because I didn't remember their names. But like that was the only I remember their existence is just over.
It's like Joe Holbert's friends. I was just like, can't understand the guys.
I got like 4 messages about this. Yeah.
So real. So
Oh,
real.
dear.
Like, what's your
What are they
opinion?
up to?
Yeah.
How
they
are
going
your
back?
friends?
Are they getting the title of Naito? Like, what is the plan there?
I feel like I'm being brought on for scoops now.
What is your opinion? What is your opinion?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to do stuff in New Japan, right? I mean, that's, you know, and that's what's probably going to happen. I don't know that for sure. I'd put good money on it, but I think they're going to do stuff in New Japan. And if I could control things, I probably would. I'd probably avoid that Naito match. I don't think that would be the best look. I think that'd probably be a pretty bad start. But
For neither of them.
I
That would be
mean,
rough.
yeah, I would avoid that.
I've never seen it.
But in fear of getting myself in trouble, I think, folks, they're probably going to wrestle in New Japan at some point. Would be my bold take on the matter.
What do you think of? What would be your dream match for them in New Japan?
Probably something like a Naoki or someone. I don't know who's wrestling in New Japan nowadays. Like
We don't know. Neither of us watch enough.
Choshu.
That's what we were trying to figure out.
Youngblood might be coming back soon. Streets are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think, and this is genuinely a guess. I don't know. I think the Bucks and the Good Brothers will wrestle on a New Japan USA show this year.
Oh
Very
yeah.
confident,
Whenever they're
yeah.
back in the pyramid building.
Mm-hmm. I'm
That's
very
where it'll be.
confident of that. Yeah, and that's
Is it that one?
I'm not sure. They've never wrestled 2-on-2, which is crazy.
They've never had a legit tag match.
Unless I'm mistaken, they've done obviously 100 tags with each other, 8-mans.
Yeah.
Really?
They never did that match. As far again, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah.
That's a
So I think you'll
crazy
get that.
texture.
Yeah, we need that for history.
I'm into that. That'd be cool.
I mean,
I love a bit of a club law. Only a year
You-
late.
you
It's fine.
do,
They were in
yeah.
contracts. It's alright. It's alright. Speaking of a bit of club, we were talking about David Finlay not that long ago. Are you a Rebel fan?
I am. Yeah, I wasn't for a long time, but I support you as a friend, so I kind of was polite about it, and I also love his father, so I was polite about that too. So I kind of pretended for a while. I liked him in Fin Juice. Remember Fin Juice? Good team.
Fin Juice, yeah.
Yeah, I
What's
like
that?
Fin Juice. And
David Finlay and Juice Robinson.
yeah, they were like a babyface tag team.
Finjuice.
Fin
So
Juice
creative.
is very creative.
That sounds so wrong.
This is not the show for you to be deciding what sounds right and wrong, Anna. I'm gonna be honest here. But yeah, I always thought he was like solid, but he's really transformed in this last year, right? He's like explosive now, and he's like kind of a meathead wrestler. He's awesome. So he's a good example of sometimes we're too quick sometimes to like draw a conclusion on guys, like sometimes it takes guys time to find themselves. And I think he's found who he is as a wrestler now. And hopefully that will remain the case in New Japan. It would be a shame, I think, if after all these years Finlay really starts clicking and then he bounces, and if he does, respect, good luck to him.
Was gonna happen.
Yeah. It'd be a shame.
I was adamant. I'd spoken to people about it. I was just like, Finley's leaving. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, he's going. Like, he's his contract's up. He's going. And then he won the New Japan Cup. And I was like, oh fuck, maybe not.
Do you think he has like space in WWE for him? Like, if he eventually goes to WWE,
NXT.
where like
If he had walked into NXT, he was winning that world title.
he can't be in NXT forever though. Like, I cannot see like a place for him now.
The problem is, it's like your question is correct and valid. Is there space for him? But the problem is they don't ask that question anymore. They just this is the same. The wrestling industry now is just the top two companies just sign. Like I reckon if I got in there with Luke Jacobs on Saturday, I reckon I've got a bidding war waiting for me on Monday. I mean, if I tweet a good promo out there, if I get some good gear, anything's possible. I mean, it's just it's a different thing now. And also his dad's in NXT, so I kind of assumed he was going to go too, but I hope not, and it doesn't seem like it. I think he's going to win the title. So
you think
see.
so? We were talking
I
about
do.
it as well. Because
I think he's
usually
winning the
people
belt,
that win the Japan Cup don't really win the title.
I mean, if I was advising him, which I'm not, I would say, like, you're still pretty young. How old is Finlay?
He's like 32 max. Like I know he turned
like,
30 like a couple of years ago.
I mean, look at Tama. Tama went to WWE at what, 40 years old, 41 years old. He's doing great. So like Finley,
but he's, bloodline related, so
true. But like if Finley can get a title run under his belt, and if he wants to do WWE eventually, he's got years ahead of him to do. He's 31.
Yeah.
Like he can go to WWE in 10 years.
Like, he can cash out on that family name in like 7 years and he'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd like to see him stick around. Hopefully he does.
I hope so too. I think there's some real money to be made with him, especially if like they do this like complete babyface run with Gabe Kidd that they seem to be like properly leaning into.
Yeah.
But you generally think he's gonna win from Goto?
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I just wanted to have like a strong take, for you guys.
God bless.
I haven't got any idea.
Do you have a strong take on Marvel and the 74 names they've announced today?
No, I have no idea what you're referencing, so I do not have any take.
Do you actually have no idea? They've been announcing the fucking Avengers Doomsday cast.
Oh,
the cast.
Who's in it? Is Inoki in that one?
Like everyone. Like,
yeah. He's in it.
They announced him. Literally everyone. Just
literally,
for some
I'm
reason.
blanking on this. Pedro Pascal's in it.
Right.
What?
I'm sorry.
He's Mr. Fantastic. Whatever. He's Reed Richards.
It could be if he likes.
Sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I was really into the MCU. There you go, folks. Clued in.
Mm-hmm.
I was into it until the Endgame. And
That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying.
And then I carried on like half-heartedly so I could get to the end of the Guardians arc because I love the Guardians films.
Yeah,
and then
the last movie was so good.
Yeah, it was great, absolutely. And I mean, I still see some of them. Like my brother wanted to go see the recent Captain America one, and I saw that with him, and it's like to me, it's now just I'm kind of checked out.
It's not good. Yeah,
it's not really my thing.
No, I just want to see. I think maybe I'll just see like Fantastic Four, but like that's it. There's no bone in my body that wants to see Doomsday, and I was there like midnight the night before the how do you call like the session that you do like before the official like premiere, I was there for the Endgame one. Like I bought the special tickets. I was in the cinema.
The midnight release.
Yeah, I think so. We have
is there a name for it? I have no idea.
We had it in Portuguese, but I don't know. Like
that was a big event,
I was tapped in. I was there, people in the cinema were screaming or crying. They were like applauding and shit. It was like so nice. And then after that, it just felt like so forced and so pushed. And because they had the whole plan for the universe until that point, and then it was just, I try to watch the TV shows as well, but it just became too much. Like I can't.
The TV that diluted it too, because it's like I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that. I have a funny story about Marvel premieres. We won a competition to go to the premiere of the. I promise this is true. The second Avengers film was called
Age of Ultron.
Yeah. And what's the fella's name? Is it Rudd? No, not Rudd. What is his name? The guy who hang on, give me a second here. I'm gonna find the
Are you talking about Paul Rudd?
I'm not talking about Paul Rudd. I'm thinking of Bettany. What's his name? Hang on a second. Give me a minute.
Paul Bettany?
Paul Bettany. Yeah.
Different Paul, okay.
So we're at the premiere, and it's I'm a young man. I'm just taking it in, and obviously the way you're expected to behave is like you've been there before. You're not supposed to fanboy, and I'm not really going to be fanboying. I mean, clearly I just forgot the gentleman's name. So Paul Bettany's walking by, and Papa Holbert stops him in his tracks, throws the right hand at him, and goes, "Enjoy yourself, son." Hits him with that like he was running the event. We lost our shit. He said, "Enjoy yourself, son." We were looking at it like,
I need to meet Papa Holbert.
I couldn't believe it. He said it like he was the one who'd been there before, and like Paul Bettany was, "Enjoy yourself, son." And we were like, what?
Invited Paul Bettany to the premiere.
That's incredible. That's exactly the sort of energy you need in life.
Yeah. It was
Honestly,
funny.
Now that makes me understand you better as a person. Yeah. That's your dad. That makes that adds up, Like that's amazing. Papa Holbert, we're a fan of. we're a fan of you. Tell him that Girls on Graps is fully supportive of him.
I'll
That's
clue him in.
amazing.
Yeah, it was funny. It was a good time. But we still reference it too. Like regularly, we'll be like, "Enjoy yourself, son." You know, that's what we always hit that in the Holbert house. But yeah, that was good times.
God, that's so good. Oh my god, I love that. I know we were Mitsu just pull this one up because it's about you, kind of. So, Dragon Master Adam, £5. Joe's hat just reminded me. Fuck Eric Bischoff. We run in laps at Spring Breakthrough. Yeah, that's the special Dynamite celebrating, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's really cool, dude. It's really cool. I think it's easy you get lost in the like monthly drama and the is AEW dead or alive, you know? And it's like they've had a really impressive run. I remember when AEW was announced and like they got the TV deal. And I remember reading the previews of like what number they were going to do. I remember thinking, there's no way they're cracking 500k. And they did like 1.4 mil on the People forget that now. Like, whatever you think of AEW's, 2023, 2024, 2025, any of that stuff, it's easy to forget what that initial moment was like when that first episode aired. And, there's been so many great things that we kind of take for granted, I think. I'm guilty of it. I mean, Minoru Suzuki and Samoa Joe wrestled on the Turner networks with Tony Schiavone on commentary next to Jim Ross. Like, if you'd have told me that 10 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, I got to make it to that, So it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Fucking rules. They have done a lot in the last 6 years or so, and not all of it's been great, but a lot of it has been, and people didn't think they'd get this far, and they have, and I think that Swerve Strickland should be champion going into this episode, because that's just an even bigger fuck you to the whole thing. And he should win. Are you on the Swerve train? I can't assume you are.
I am, yeah. I'm not like I'm not super in the loop anymore. I'm not watching anything closely. Yeah, and it's not like an it used to be better thing, because I actually think there's a lot of good stuff in wrestling. I'm just kind of burnt out on like engaging with it,
Yeah. Real.
Yeah, because it's just not that fun. I find when we the way we do this, it's like everything I say now, I feel like I'm kind of there's police looking over me. So I've just kind of disconnected. What I've seen of AEW this year has been very positive, which makes it, I think, even more important that they do the right thing with Swerve. I think, this is a really unique situation for them in the sense that when people were frustrated with Max's title reign, it felt like the whole show needed transforming for a minute there. Like when they were doing the devil stuff, I think there was so much concern. We were doing those reviews. Now it feels like, I like this, I like that, and then it's, I wish Moxley wasn't the champion. Unfortunately, that's a big box to tick, right? So, and I don't see it as a reflection of Moxley, like his legacy, and he's, Moxley's been great for AEW. Just sometimes it's you have to look elsewhere. It feels to me like AEW right now is Swerve's promotion, Ospreay's promotion, and Hangman's promotion. That's what it feels like to me. And I think you have to embrace that, and you have to kind of follow your gut. And I think there's signs elsewhere that there's a chance they can kind of climb some after a rocky couple of years. I think it's been a good start to the year for AEW. So hopefully Swerve wins and they can build on that,
Yeah. I mean, like, it is funny him winning a Dynasty back-to-back years, but set a precedent. Like, just do, if you need to do the title change, which you do, just do the title change. I don't think they should be afraid of doing big title changes like that, which is why I am also firmly on the big, I am on the Megan Bain train and think that she should beat Toni Storm at Dynasty as well.
I'm torn on that one, yeah.
I think that's like,
I always thought this
I would
train
be
would
really
be
happy with it. I would be really happy with it, but I am also very like, I don't know how I would feel,
The reason I'm hesitant, it's not a reflection of Megan. I just think Tony is like, I think she's one of the top stars in the whole promotion, and it's just...
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and I know you're not saying otherwise. Yeah, I'd be hesitant, I guess. And it's, if you believe in Megan as the booker, like, it's a good risk to take, I think. And if she wins, I'm not going to be like, mad about it, right? But I think with Tony, you're on the verge of like cementing that belt as a main event prize. A main event prize, the way we always wanted it to be. So I'd probably hold on a little longer. But I get the argument. Megan's money, and it would shock people too. So I get it.
It would. I just think like they don't cash in on opportunities like that enough, and it would cement Megan. Like Tony's a made woman, and I think with her character and the amount of depth it has in this point in her run, she could be elevating. And I don't think, obviously, Tony's still young herself. She's like not even 30 yet, or just hit 30 or whatever. But the way she could elevate the division, not being held captive is a crazy way to put it, but not being limited by having a title with what she can necessarily do. I think that's something they should explore, at least in the summer. And have her working with people that you wouldn't want to see wrestling for the title, but you want to see feuding with a character like Toni Storm.
Yeah, that's a huge step for, I think, women's wrestling in the States in general, right? Is like major league box office non-title programs. That's like a huge thing. I think wrestling, US wrestling, I should say, has struggled with forever, basically. If you look at something like Max and Hangman, you know, a non-title program between two top guys, like how many equivalents of that would we have in the history of the women's division? I wouldn't imagine many.
I'd say Willow and Chris, maybe.
And Willow and Chris, the match that Willow and Chris had was one of the best matches I've seen, you know, in the last couple of years. The build, they deserve more, right? Like, I think we all agree on that. So it's just, you know, when you talk about this stuff, I think it's important. It's like there's nuance there in the sense that there's a lot of positives for the women's division, right? I mean, I think Mercedes as TBS champ gives you a really nice floor, and it's like you're always going to have that there, like the Mercedes match. That's its own thing on the show. Yeah. And Tony's obviously been spectacular, but it would be nice if and I think Monty and I talked about this a couple months ago, but like it would be nice if we got to a point where when people fantasy book their shows, they went based on stars rather than based on, okay, what are the women's belts? Let's put those matches on and then we can get to the real part. It's like, that's such an issue, right? It's, I think so. Tony would help with that because if it was just on Star Power, Tony's going to be on every big show they have. She belongs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She should have main evented Revolution, and I didn't think that going into the pay-per-view, but coming out of it, I sure as hell did.
Yeah, that was as soon as I realized they had a stipulation, I just felt like they're gonna kill it. I don't know.
But less than 14 minutes and it was that match. It baffles me how
it's the best match. It's the best match I've seen all year. I was blown away by it.
It was so good.
Yeah, I think people will remember that match forever. Like, which is really cool because I think there was, to be honest, I thought about this after it happened. I think in hindsight, people were too negative about like the matches anyway, to be honest. When I look back on it, I'm not blaming anyone because I think I kind of got trained in the same thing of like, the Wembley match was good.
Out here.
It's just, the Wembley match was really good.
No, they were good, but for me, they just hadn't like lived up to the expectation that I had coming from the storyline. You know, and now this final one like went over it, which was what I was expecting the whole way through. Because if you build that much of a storyline, I felt like there was still missing something, and this last match was like what was missing. So, but now seeing it all together as a series, I think it makes more sense, you know, because it builds, and then gets to that.
Yeah, and I remember your take on it. It wasn't like you were, you know, yelling about it, but it's just. No. I feel like there was on Late Night Grim we did a preview and like our young guys were just screaming at their microphones about this, please end it, Tony and Mariah, and it's like, man, I think this stuff's going to be remembered pretty fondly. Sometimes we get a little close to these things, you know?
Yeah. I was at Wembley for the match, so I don't know if my memory of it is like exactly how the match was, you know?
Yeah.
So
I remember really, really loving it in venue.
It was very good, yeah.
I really liked it watching it live, but I still felt underwhelmed. And for me to feel that with a match that I watched live, it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about some matches that I'm not going to admit publicly. No.
Yeah, live wrestling is always different, and in a stadium, it's really different because...
Especially when you're staring at empty seats.
Yeah, so we've talked about this before, Chuck, but I mean, we were very close. I moved, but where I was initially sitting, we were very close to each other, and like you were just looking at tops. And I'm not doing like fleet fucked, I'm not doing one of those bits. What I'm getting at is when you're looking and it's like no one there, it feels colder than it is. When in reality, if you just walk halfway around the building, you'll see 50,000 people losing them. It was because then I moved to the other side and I was golden. But it does change. There was a couple matches on that card that the section I was in was dead quiet for, and it makes it feel different. So there's a whole lot going on.
Experience hearing so much noise around you and being surrounded by silence.
Yeah. Right.
It's such a strange experience, and I've experienced that in like small and big venues. In Wembley, it's fucking crazy because like if there's like 3 or 4 people silent around you, that doesn't get swallowed up by like the crowd noise. All you can hear is the silence. It's a very weird experience if you've never experienced stadium wrestling before.
Yeah, stadium wrestling's. I mean, it's very flawed. Yeah, it's very, very flawed. It's the O2 Arena will be way cooler.
I'm excited for that.
As much as I have my issues with their approach to this and them choosing the O2 in general, it's gonna be a very good venue for wrestling. It already
what is how many people can you fit there?
20,000.
Yeah, 20 around. I'm surprised, honestly. And look, this is better for me, this London, but I feel like they would have been well served to hit one of the big Manchester arenas. You got the
Manchester Co-op.
Yeah.
This is what I went on a 10-minute rant about this last week.
Okay.
And because I get stuck on the niches in wrestling sometimes. But this fucking 3-month exclusivity clause that the O2 has with WWE, and the fact that they pulled forward their April tours to March really fucked over AEW.
Yeah.
And now they can't announce tickets till June.
Are we
And they're going to be fine.
Wow.
They're going to be fine. But you announced the city 10 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I love how every episode so far since Girls and Graps has been back, Charlie has had like the rant about it.
That's my fault. Actually,
someone brings it up like in chat every week, and I'm just like, well,
she gets like
it doesn't matter how many times I say it. I've been very calm about it this week because I have accepted. Yeah. Charlie's gone on record with the reasonings of the arena announcement details. I've gone on record several times.
The current WWE European tour is one of the strangest things. It's because it's not like a traditional tour. They're just flying back and forth. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's bizarre.
They're going everywhere.
This is a fitting segue because Friday Night SmackDown is in London.
Oh, yeah.
And I may or may not be going with a friend to the episode.
Oh?
What?
Are you gonna go? Who are you gonna go see? Who's in the card for SmackDown?
I have no idea.
Candice LeRae. I don't know.
Isn't there a contract signing with
probably
the big guns?
It's probably going to be really bad live, to be honest. I mean, it's quite bad at home, but you have fun.
It's probably going to be really bad, but it's a ticket I ain't having to pay any money for.
Yeah,
and it's a live wrestling experience, and I'm going with a friend because if she has no one else that would go with us.
No, you'll have fun. It's
if it's free, it's worth it.
We're in a box. We're not in. We're in a box at the O2.
Oh, wow.
You should go.
Things just happen.
LA Knights title.
I guess that's my official announcement. I'm going to a Fed show.
Wow, is that your first time at WWE?
It will be, yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a SmackDown TV. Oh my god, you're gonna leave there. You're gonna leave there with a "fuck the Fed" flag over your head. That's gonna be crazy. You're gonna hate it.
Oh, I'm gonna wear. I've got some really egregious AEW merch. I'm gonna wear one of my like All In I Was There shirts or like. Oh my god, I have the full gear I Was There shirt with the MJF Jay White graphic on.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine if I rock up to WWE in that?
Yeah. You're gonna get lynched, stones thrown at you.
Wrestling's funny. People show up to WWE match.
I was wearing my Youngblood shirts. Do you think anyone knows Youngblood at a WWE Raw show?
I'm just gonna rock up in my El Generico shirt. That'd be a cool one to wear, actually.
That would be very cool.
God, I don't have you prepared for this, Chuck. I have to be honest. I really don't have you prepared for this.
I'm going
experience.
straight from work as well.
Weekly-
Like I'm
Oh.
going.
Weekly shows.
I'm getting on a train and going straight to London.
Yeah.
Girl, weekly shows, like it is a fun experience though. It is like such a different thing from a pay-per-view, like seeing how they recorded. And especially for me, the funniest part is when like they were doing, like sometimes you're watching on TV and then they go back from a video commercial and there's just someone waiting in the ring. It's funny to see those people doing their entrances.
Yeah,
because
I've been to like a Dynamite inclusion table and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, because that was so fucking funny to me, and I was so sad about it. Especially they did that with Dakota Kai, and it was so funny. They started her entrance, they played the song, and then they cut to a backstage video, and she was just standing in the middle of the hallway for like 3 minutes in the dark, and she wasn't walking because she couldn't. So she was just standing there, like,
oh my God.
for 3 minutes, and then the camera came back, and they kept playing the song, and she finished her entrance, and it was like, oh, okay. She was just fully standing. It was so fucking
There's
funny.
so many things done on TV, like done for TV, that I just think are like...
It is,
and some of it's, some of it happens in AEW too. Like I've told... when we went to Chicago in 2023, the week that Punk was fired, the Dynamite... They did like a Sammy Guevara Jericho meeting in the ring.
Dear God.
So you're just looking at the back of their heads while they like just have this conversation. It's insane, dude. There's so much stuff that we think is normal on wrestling TV. It needs adjusting. But yeah, the WWE thing where they go entrance, ad break, backstage pre-tape, vignette, back to the ring.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's so clear when it's so clear when it's a commercial break, Like fucking Ludwig Kaiser, he was in the ring for like 5 minutes just doing nothing. Like he was just talking shit to people, and there were some people in the crowd with the Germany flag, and he was trying to get the people to throw him the flag, but the people were not fucking understanding that they were supposed to throw the flag, and he was for 2 minutes asking them, just like, and because there was nothing else he could do, like he was just standing there until they would be back. There's some things that are very awkward when you see it live, but it's still like a fun experience. I think you'll like enjoy the experience no matter what,
The atmosphere at their shows. Yeah, you'll have fun. Yeah, it will be funny, yes.
You'll have fun. You will have fun. Like
the atmosphere will be good because the crowds are really into their stuff. Yeah, and London's always a good crowd. Well, it's mostly in the mid 2010s. Vince was able to, he was able to stomp that. London got quite quiet for a while there. There's one TV that's dead quiet in London, and it was like, wow, they've even made this crowd quiet. Amazing.
I'm just hoping. I know Ray's been doing some of the dark matches. I've got my fingers crossed. I'm gonna see him on the show at some point.
My dark match was Natalya versus Zoe Stark.
What was that, like punishment or something? What did they do that for?
Was that the only match they did? He did one this Monday. This is what I'm saying, Cal. If he's there, I'll cry.
Yeah, we had like Natalya versus Zoe Stark before the show started, and then we had Dominic Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes at the end.
That would... I don't like Cody, but that would move me. Low-key. Speaking of moving... Bro, what the fuck
Why
are you
you
doing?
back? What, with the camera on? Oh my god, the girls are getting the camera before Worldwide.
What? Shooting an ECW promo.
I was gonna keep it on until Anna treated me like a male stripper there. But first of all,
what? Ibu.
Yes.
Ibu, cut or uncut?
Cut again? What happened? Huh? What's going on?
Just no sell it, boss. Don't worry.
All right, cool. Cut? I think. I gotta ask my mom.
You think?
Listen.
Can't you see it?
True. No, yeah, cut. But anyway, listen. What is Joe doing?
Right, okay.
What is?
We have to.
Can you guys hear me?
Why are you here?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Why are you here?
Is Joe getting paid for this?
Well,
No.
I haven't discussed that with
Our
Nancy yet.
contract negotiations is none of your business.
No man gets paid on Girls on Graps.
But I am like spiritually, I feel like one of the girls. Spiritually.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Josephine.
Just embrace it.
Can you imagine if I was like one of those dumb, like, patriarchal.
Imagine if you're dumb.
People?
It's pretty
Yeah.
easy.
It's
What if I was like, well, maybe I should reverse it, and you guys don't get paid on the men's show.
Well, I already don't. Did you
That's a good
forget
point.
the one? Did you forget I was in the fucking hostel? Like, I'm putting in the effort. I'm putting the hours. I just left Raw. No payment. No money from me.
I ended
Well-
up googling Hostel after you talked to me about it, and I got some crazy results. But hope you guys are having a good show.
Bravo.
And yeah, I just wanted to yell at Joe, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, we're
on.
pals.
Listen
We're
to
very
this
good
while I'm
friends. We're very good friends, you know?
Are we? I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you another one of Joe's friends? Because we've covered a couple
Joe,
of
did
them
you
on
get
the
a
show.
funny? Joe, did you get a funny message about the future worldwide?
I can't speak on it, but there's a deal has been done.
Okay,
Why do I not know that? Why do I not know that?
Joe is talking like Joe's talking like the dudes in the last few episodes of Nitro. When they're talking
Listen.
about fusion.
I don't know what's going on, and that's a shoot because I haven't got any details on what's going on. I was just asked if I was available occasionally, and I said, "Here's my price," and Monty doubled it, and we shook hands. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what else is happening. I have no idea, folks. I'm just a freelancer.
About to get a message. Oh my god!
All right,
I'm about to get a message
everybody.
that my salary has been cut in half.
Question mark?
That's crazy.
Folks, tonight, legitimately as a shoot, I will be breaking legitimate Wrestle Pierce backstage news in the Self-Made Discord. It'll be funny.
Oh, brother.
Oh
Right.
no!
Can you stop promoting
Did you
yourself
come here to
on my
promote
stream?
Yeah.
What is he doing here?
Go to work.
Get him off.
Have a
Get
good
him off.
shift.
Have a
I
nice
hope
day,
you
guys.
enjoy
I'm starting
work.
Leave.
Don't earn your
I'm starting
cash
work.
and all
Stop.
those.
Boo! Boo! Throw him away.
I have to be honest, guys. Your reaction to what he said about Worldwide has scared the hell out of me.
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay,
I don't get
good.
I don't know what's happening.
Good.
I don't know. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why
How
I was
do I
like,
know?
Hey,
I
Faith,
don't
because
know
like,
why
I don't know.
technically,
Does money
I don't
want
know
this to be
what's going
public
on.
information? I don't know.
I thought you were both selling because there was like some sort of crazy idea of like Beast was going to be on it or something. I was horrified.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could
We'll
you
figure it
imagine?
out.
Oh,
I don't know, Gunna.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not Beast, guys. Beast had a hell of a cameo back in the day. Hell of a
Beast
run he
did
had on
have
Worldwide. Yeah.
Ibis is a cool guy, man. For all the bits and the dick riding he does on Twitter, he like legitimately is a pretty cool guy.
He's a funny poster, which puts him in like a 1% of people that try to be funny posters. So respect.
Yeah. God bless. Shout out Ibis, I guess. What an interesting episode of Girls on Graps this is.
Yeah, and we still haven't gotten into our new segment, by the way.
We haven't gotten in. We're going to be sharing dating stories. I have
God.
Dating, relationship. This is just an experience I had. So as many of you know, I went to Prague in February, beginning of February, and in a bar, I was having a few drinks, as one does, is in a bar. And I met a very nice woman, and we made out a little bit, as these things go when you're at a bar and you have a couple of drinks. 10 minutes later, actually, I think I've just told this story on Late Night Grin. So if you were there for that stream, I've heard this. But 10 minutes later, her friend comes over and was like, "Thanks for making out with my friend. She's now breaking up with her boyfriend." And I was like, "I'm sorry." She was just like, "No, it's fine. She's a lesbian anyways. Like, this is fine. Like, this was like a long time coming." And I was like...
So it was a sincere thanks.
It was a sincere thanks. Like, she bought me a shot of tequila and everything. Guys, the kicker.
That's cute.
The kicker is her boyfriend is an indie wrestler in the UK.
Harry's forearms.
Deserve that.
I don't know. I've never seen him wrestle. I'm not going to say where he wrestles because mainly because I can't remember off the top of my head. But I looked up his Instagram. We have mutual friends.
Oh Jesus!
I was like,
you probably deserve that.
So close to home.
You're killing the business.
I'm killing the business. Breaking up. You know what they say about women in wrestling, but like.
Honestly,
but no, legitimately had no idea she was in a relationship.
Wow.
Just thrown out there. Very funny stuff.
If he's an indie wrestler in the UK, he deserved that. He had that coming. Like,
Agreed.
you know what I mean? Like,
JJ, that's a wild question. Not the bald one. Anyways, Anna, you got a story?
Yes.
Deeper of them, but to be clear.
My story, like, it's not related to wrestling at all. It's something that happened Friday that I was gonna tell Charlie backstage, but I was like, you know what? Let me just tell this on air. Where do I start? Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I'm walking down the street, and you know those people that stop people to ask for donations?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, this guy, he stopped me to ask for donations. Usually I keep walking because I'm like, I have things to do, you know, I'm a student, I don't have money. But then the guy was cute. I was like, oh, let me stop. So I stop, I talk to I'm such a good person. I stop, I talk to the guy, gets my Instagram, whatever. He lives in another city. He says like, oh, you should like come to my city. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So me and my friends, we decided to go, and it's a party city. Here, like in Belgium, is like the party city, you know. So you go and you stay the night because the train stopped running from like 11 and they only get back at 5 a.m. So you have to stay the whole night if you go. So it gets to the day that I told the guy that I was going. I text him, hey, I am going to your city this time. Okay, see you tonight. I get to the city, text him, hey, I am here. Did he reply? No. He replies at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. At that point, I'm already like, you know, drunk. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm at this bar. Like I shouldn't have replied, but fine. He gets there and he starts like talking about how he's locked outside of his house and how he lives in this house with his two sisters and he needs to find rocks to throw in the window to wake up the sisters. And I'm drunk, so I'm like, let's go get the rocks. So we leave the bar with this random man and we start picking up rocks from the street, right, to go through it at his window. We walk for like 15 minutes. We get to his house. I have my hand full of rocks, and I'm so happy. You know, I'm going to throw the rocks at the window.
Full of rocks.
And full of rocks. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna try to wake my sister up again before we throw the rocks." So he starts like banging on the door, like banging the door down. And the sister calls him. At this point, it's 4 a.m. She calls him and she starts screaming at him. I do not speak Dutch, but I heard every 2 words she used the word fucking, and she was screaming. And then she started crying. And then I'm just there with my rocks, drunk as fuck. What is happening? So that was like for 15 minutes. She's just like yelling at the phone, berating him, and I'm just like waiting for the moment I can throw the rocks. Then she opens the window and she opens the window from the second floor and she throws at him like a huge keychain, like a lot of stuff on it. She just throws from the second floor, and she sees me there, and then she gets even more pissed because now in her mind, this motherfucker is waking me up at 4 a.m. to get a girl inside the house. So she is even more mad, right? And she keeps screaming, and I'm just standing there. At this point, I put the rocks down. Like I'm not gonna throw these rocks, right? So, you know, it was the sister. She had the boyfriend there, and then like we went inside the house after, and he just keeps going like, sorry, I'm sorry, and I'm just there like should I leave? You know, at this point, because like I said, we walked for 15 minutes. I don't know where I am. I'm in a different city. I do not remember the way back. I don't know. So, and at that point, it's 4 a.m. The thing is, the kicker is, I have to work at 11 a.m. in another city, right? So I'm there, and I'm like, bro, at this point, I just want to sleep. So we go inside his room. I see a tank with a turtle inside. So I'm like, oh my God, this man has a turtle. So cool. I start petting the turtle, and he's like, no, the turtle bites. Don't pet the turtle. Turtles are slow. The turtle can try to bite me. Are they gonna succeed? No. So I just keep petting the turtles. And then he was wearing a jacket this whole time, right? He removes the jacket and he's wearing a t-shirt that says "Need head."
Anna.
At this point,
please.
Girl, I am there. I'm like, where do I go from here?
Fair question.
I'm like, I have to remember the way back. I don't know what to do. And I'm just like so tired. I'm so tired. So I'm just like, well, It is that it is at this point, you know. It is what it is. So I just go to the bed. Like life happens.
This is, you know, this is on the air, right? We're not like, this is not like a.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I feel like I should have gone with the other story I have from Prague to match energy here.
That's
This is
like
extreme.
Oh, this is like, guys, I'm saying like this is a
part of the
normal
course.
story.
It's
This
more
is
the
a
way
normal
you
story
phrased
for
it.
my life.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like all these rocks. Like, why were the rocks so relevant?
Yeah.
The rocks. I was so excited to throw rocks at the window. I never did this before. That you do not understand how happy
Yeah,
I
most
was
normal
with
people
the
haven't
idea.
thrown rocks at a window.
I mean, yeah, like, we do understand though, because we could feel your excitement, because you were doing like, you were gesturing like, I had all the rocks. He was very, because there's no other reason for you to tell that part of the story unless it was a big part of the story for you personally.
It was. I was so excited and I was so disappointed after. But yeah, so then I wake up like
Usually
I
happens
barely
with men.
sleep because I'm like, what am I doing here? You know. So I wake up. I have to leave the thing. I get the train. I get back to my city. And like it's 10. I only have time to change and go to work. The guy ghosted me after that.
Wow.
Honestly, thank
So that's
God, because that is not energy you
Then
need in your life.
No, girl, the need had t-shirt that fucking took me out. Like when he removed the jacket, I'm like, what is happening with my life right now? But yeah, guys, I know that I don't need to tell this, but I want to. I have so many incredible stories
Oh, yeah.
from my love,
You've got some
incredible,
real
horrible
funny
stories from
stories.
my love life. It's just, this is like the tip of the iceberg. It goes down and it gets worse. And every episode, I will be sharing a different one because it gets so much worse.
So this is the first time you've done this segment. This is the first time.
Yes.
And
Which is
that
why
was
I
Anna's.
started like quite
Yeah.
light. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a good story to ease in. Just like, oh
Anna's-
yeah.
I do not have any. That's like the most simple story I can say, you know?
Wow.
Like that's, I do not have any stories.
To be
that
fair,
would be
I've heard
easier
some
to
of your
use it.
stories. Like, yeah, to be fair, this half of the
I'm
Rock-
cursed.
you know.
I'm cursed. I've decided that I'm gonna turn into a nun, like because there's no reason. Like I'm fully cursed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
it's very bad. But the turtle was nice. I have a picture of the turtle.
So yeah, the turtle part was a
Okay.
highlight. That was
That was
it
the
was
highlight.
very
The name of the turtle was Bert.
that was very cinematic.
But,
Anna. Very cinematic.
Bert.
Yeah, very like kind of seesaw rhythm there, you know. It was like you would kind of, you felt danger, and then the turtle would come up. You know,
Yeah.
it's good shit.
that's good.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
that. On that note, we should probably get through the last of these super chats and do our movie
Yes.
and music breaks and then get out of it, because what a podcast this has been. Oh my God.
That has
Darren
been
Walker,
something.
£2 super chat. Chuck, any shows going to at WrestleMania week in Vegas? Well, I hope so, because I'm going out to Vegas. No, the only show I've actually bought tickets for are Prestige. I'll be at Progress and other stuff. I don't know. West Coast Pro. Everything else I'm kind of like going off of vibes. I don't know. I'll be at shows. I'll be around. Joe, what shows
Yeah.
are you going to? Other than TNA.
TNA are not letting me buy tickets. I can't buy. They're physically not letting me. The page will not work. I'm trying to get them to give them my money, and they won't let me buy them.
TNA is actively rejecting money.
I've made like four. I've made 4 accounts on this ticket site, and none of them have worked. I have no way of making the show.
What ticket site is it?
It's like the venue specific one. It isn't like a.
Oh, nonsense. Is it because it's American and you're trying to buy
So
British?
I did a little bit of research, and that seemed to be the issue initially. But then there were folks on Twitter being like, "I'm in Vegas," and they won't let me buy tickets. Yeah, I have no idea. My honest, like, I presume I'm about to just go when I get there. I don't think it's gonna be sold out. It's a pretty big room, you know. Yeah.
I think legitimately, like, this Mania weekend, I think the only things that might sell out are like Prestige and DPW.
Dude, I don't know, and like, I'm not in the industry at all, but
Mhm.
there are definitely people in the industry that think that people are going to lose a lot of money on this Mania weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas is expensive, and yeah.
Yep. I only know, I've spoken to a couple of people because I've been contacting about comps for media and stuff like that, and I've spoken to a couple of people, and like, the vibe I'm getting is most shows, if you know someone and you just kind of rock up, you might be able to get in type shit.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm not saying this is the case for everyone. I'm talking about if you have connections with people. Don't shoot me if you turn up and they don't let you into a place. That's not my problem. But
right. Yeah, I mean, the problem is Mania itself is so expensive this year that it makes it harder for the surrounding. And also, the surrounding shows, I mean, you're going Bloodsport, you're basically seeing like a WWE speed taping, you know? I mean, the talent is... And I'm not knocking the wrestler, it's just... It's different, isn't it, now, you know? Like, how many WWE guys are on Bloodsport? Like 6?
At least, like, guys, like, I know it's like Pete Dunne, Charlie Dempsey... And then Natalia Karma Petrovic?
Yep, Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross.
Like,
Karrion Kross.
It's 5 there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm not knocking it, it's just weird. If like, it's the only way I can put it, it's weird.
GCW is hosting like the whole WWE ID tournament as well.
And I think my gut feeling is the TNA show will just be like the NXT talent that doesn't make stand and deliver. Like, so.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Fed talent about every show.
I have a very important question. From the WrestleMania After Dark parties, which ones would you guys go to? Do you want to go to the Valentino Khan with Charlotte Flair, Rey Mysterio, and Bianca Belair? Metro Booming with Liv Morgan and Braun Baker? Machine Gun Kelly with Jimmy and Jay Uso? Or Gronk and Florida with Tiffany Stratton and Damian Priest?
It is genuinely a crime that they've put the Usos on with Machine Gun Kelly. That is insane.
That is wild.
Deeply offensive.
That is wild.
I don't know.
Metro Booming with Liv Morgan, Braun Baker.
Metro Booming, Liv and Braun is crazy. That might have to be.
That is wild.
Gronk,
I think that's my choice, to be honest.
Gronk, Florida, Tiffany Stratton, Damian Priest. They're all insane. They're all
Tiffany Stratton and Flo Rida in the same place is like horrifying. The world may not recover.
I don't know. What a weird time.
I love that they put like all the bigger names with DJ Valentino Khan just because it's like the nephew of Nick Khan. That's so fucking funny to me.
I'm sure Jimmy Uso
Ray, Charlotte, and Bianca.
I'm sure Jimmy Uso's thrilled that in addition to his like 6-man US title match, he's gonna have to attend this fucking party on his 18th WrestleMania weekend. You know, I'm sure he's really happy about it. Just delighted.
Machine Gun Kelly.
I remember there was a story about the Usos where they asked to have their autograph signing when Hall of Fame was on, so they didn't have to do the Hall of Fame.
That's so beast. That works smarter, not harder.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I love that it goes until 4 a.m. That's insane.
It's just fucking
yeah.
My God.
Spring Break with Ziggler and Megan Bain. Low key, the Spring Break show looks very fun. Like, if you like indie wrestling, you'll probably like that show because it's also got ZSJ versus one called Manders. That match is gonna rule. I'll have a lot of fun with that if I go to that show. Yeah, Mania this week. I'm going this week. It's not this week. This year, I'm just going to hang out with friends mainly. There's a few shows I'll go to. I'll have I don't know. I'll figure it out. It will literally be a day by day case, probably.
Yeah.
Vibes. Yuzuru Heart, $5 super chat. Donation to the single mothers on the pod. Make sure Ibu gets his card.
Ibu gets.
Things happen so quickly. I forgot about the single mother.
This episode was something. This is something.
It's been an episode.
We had a homeless single mother asking us for money.
Yep.
On the chat.
Sending her Venmo.
Sending her Venmo. Yeah.
Oh, cash out, whatever it was.
Fair enough.
Butchism, $5 super chat. It's wild how WWE is pushing Stephanie Bakir so hard. They showed her 3 times on Raw and she's holding 2 belts. I'm happy for her. She deserves it. She's Stephanie Bakir.
They know what they have with her, and it's so rare for WWE to know what they have with the wrestlers they hire. So it makes me like really, really happy. Like, she deserves it. She's so beast, and she got over so well with the audience. You know, like her tweets, her photos, everything. Like, she gets so many like interactions, so it makes sense why they're pushing her so hard. And also, she's just great. Just great at what she does. She has a great look. She is a great wrestler. Like,
very marketable and can wrestle. Good combo. It's not a very common combo these days because you're either one or t'other, but happy accidents. Look at Jey Uso, man. He admits it. That clip earlier was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
You didn't know. We don't eat on this channel. Showtime Spurs, $10 super chat. I watched Adolescence on Netflix this week. I'd like to recommend, with the caveat that it might make you lose all faith in humanity. Incredible yet emotionally devastating. Everyone at work is talking about this, and I am getting FOMO, so it is on my list to watch.
I can't. I was talking to my brother about it tonight. I don't think I'm not in the headspace right now. I don't think. But I've heard it's brilliant.
Yeah. I heard it's amazing. I know, like they filmed all in like one take, so every episode is like one full 1 hour take.
Yeah.
I want to watch it. Like I know it's amazing. Everyone says like the whole story, it's crazy. It's like very heavy, but like I just want to watch to see like how they filmed the whole thing in 1 hour, because that's so impressive. So I am curious, but like you said, Joe, I don't think I'm in the headspace for that.
No.
Maybe I'll wait until after my cycle. Probably shouldn't watch that when I'm due on. KL of KL, 20 pesos. Why is there a man on my GOG stream? I saw in chat that you were referencing Ibu and not Joe. So
good.
Yeah. Joe's one of the girlies.
Ibu. Absolutely. Ibu is just, I don't know, funny bit. Just good time in it. Showtime Spurs, $2 super chat. Monty finally sold to private equity. A shame.
Yeah.
You know, the business moves quick.
I was surprised. I mean, I'm not sure Nick Khan will be a big fan of mine, but hopefully he has good ideas for Wrestle Purists and he can lead us.
First order of business. Girls on Graps is going to be cancelled. For order of business.
Yeah. This is actually the GOG finale. This is why we've had guests on and just been wild. No. WP sponsored by
Girls on Goodbyes.
Get that shit out of my face.
Woo energy drink.
Gun to my head.
Woo wings.
No.
That is one of the funniest videos ever. Because he does
so funny.
It's just one word. He goes, woo wings, wings.
It's just crazy.
He just puts an O in between the wings, W and I. It's amazing.
So
the Ric Flair wings with the Ibu sauce. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We do a bit. It's not a bit. We actually do a legit thing on this stream where we recommend a movie and a song each week. I don't know if you have any recs off the top of your head, Joe, but you're more than welcome to
like new stuff.
Whatever you want. We've wrecked some weird and wonderful stuff.
I'm big on Etta James lately. I just listen to Etta James a lot.
Nice.
Is it a song or an album we're recommending?
Either or.
Because we
Etta James. Stormy Weather is a very powerful track. Check out that. A new one, hot off the... What year is this? Probably like 1960. Etta James, Stormy Weather, great song. Movie.
Some wine.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I actually, for the first time ever, saw The Social Network this past week. For the first time, never watched it. Yeah, never. I was fully aware of it, so I never got around to watching it. It actually, it was amazing to me. Like after all the hype and how much I'd put it off, it still impressed me. A brilliant. Obviously, I'm not breaking news on either of these, Etta James and The Social Network, but brilliant film. And the way it's paced, it flies by. Brilliant film. So, yeah, that's
really good.
That's my 2 recommendations, guys. Hot off the presses.
God bless. God bless.
It will be added on the letterbox. We have a letterbox list, by the way.
Awesome.
Thames on Films.
Oh, wow.
I have my film rec this week isn't a good film, in my opinion, but I need to know other people's opinions on this. So it's a horror film from Netflix called Haunt, and it's really bad. But a lot of people disagree with me and think that it's like a horror classic, and I'm absolutely baffled by this. Yeah, it's like they go into like a haunted house, and it's more than it seems, you know, type shit.
Right.
As these sort of things are, and people die, etc. It's like, I think it's a Netflix original. I genuinely really disliked it, but I've had arguments with people about this film, and they're just like, no, you just don't get it. And I'm like, yeah, 2019, Adam. I don't get it. I don't understand this film, and I need people to watch it, please, and tell me that I'm right. Thank you.
Real.
And song, I didn't have a song off the top of my head. Anna, do your film. I'll come back to the song.
Which film
You usually have
have I
something
not?
unique to work.
Okay, yes, I do. Okay, there's this Irish film by John Carney, I think is the name of the director. It's Sing Street. I don't know if everyone has ever seen this from like 2016. It has the girl that she was in like Bohemian Rhapsody as well, like Lucy something. I don't know. Sing Street. It's like about this group of boys that they form a band in like the 80s in Ireland. And like the music is actually really good. Like it's on my playlist. Like I listen to that shit. It's such a good movie, and I don't know anyone who has watched this movie, and I love it so much. It's like such a comfort film, you know. It's just really really nice. So I do recommend Sing Street. It's great. Like it's just a fun cutesy time. The songs are good. It's chill. It's funny. It's nice. You know. Like I'm really sad that the cast from the movie, like they didn't get more famous after that, because I generally thought like they were really good. But yeah, Think Straight, very good. Recommended. Nice. The songs are bops. Yes, I generally Drive It Like You Stole It. That shit is on my playlist nonstop since 2016. What a banger! So many people watched it. Oh, I'm so happy. I love this film.
We love that. We love that.
Yeah. The first song. Do you have yours?
I'm just scrolling through my playlist. I need to get better about planning this.
I just opened my playlist. I don't even remember.
I never have a song picked out. I could be like, I've been listening to a lot of Nickelback, but I can't recommend Nickelback. Everyone
Jesus.
You
can. Jesus.
I listen to some random music. The Wonder Years put out a new song yesterday. They put out the second song off of their new Burst and Decay album, and it's I Don't Like Who I Was Then, and it's a really fucking cool rendition of the original version. And everyone should listen to the Wonder Years because they fucking rule. So listen to that. Thank you.
Slay. I got really into Imogen Heap. Is she British?
Imogen. Imogen. Is she British? I don't know if she's British, but I know who Imogen Heap is.
British. Imogen.
She does sound British.
Yeah, I got really into her music
when you first
for
said
some
that,
reason.
I was genuinely thought you were gonna say Imagine Dragons. I was gonna like leave the stream. Really... You said Imagine. I was like, yeah.
Respect me, please, Joe.
I was going to say that felt very unlike you. I was very confused for a second. All right.
Imogen Heap, Speeding Cars. Good song.
Wow.
Speeding Cars, Imogen Heap.
I will add that to the
playlist. She is good.
Wonderful.
I feel like my song recommendations, I feel like if you see the playlist, you can clearly see which ones are trends, which ones are mine.
We have very different music tastes, but it keeps things interesting.
But mine, even like, it's all over the place. I recommended last week, I recommended Black Eyed Peas. The week before, I recommended Joan Baez. Like, it's just, you know, it's going there.
I like that, though. It gets boring otherwise, right?
Absolutely.
I can't listen to the same thing over and over, yeah.
Even though if you look at my
with Sabrina Carpenter, that's
awesome. Yeah. If you listen to like my listening history at the moment, it is all just the Wonder Years, but I don't know. Things happen.
You go through phases, right? But you got to mix up the phases, yeah.
My phases are, you know.
Honestly, I went through a phase of where I listened to exclusively 60s music, but like 60s like women's based music. Fucking incredible. Ooh. It was wonderful. It's because I was doing a lot of stuff with my mum, and that's music she grew up on. So.
It's awesome.
That's really cool.
That's very cool.
But yeah, so this was an interesting episode.
It was. Jerry, you got any plugs?
We're doing a show after Dynamite on LNG Gold. We're watching the famous Shield Wyatt's match from
oh my god,
2014. Yeah, classic match. Like, that'll be an interesting kind of trip down memory lane. We're going to watch that and then the main event of that show after Dynamite. I think it's myself, Novi, and Caden, I believe. Novi's live right now, I think, too, so I guess I should plug that.
Live,
yeah. But thanks for having me. We'll have to run this back sometime and I'll come prepared, because you know me, I'd make notes before the shows, you know.
Yeah. We'll do something less impulsive, less off the cuff, I guess. Oh, there's a word there I'm trying to think of. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, go over to it's Noviak, Novia's Live previewing Dynamite. He's got Riceman and Caden on?
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe I saw those graphics earlier. Gog will be back next week. Dynamite review is going ahead tomorrow. I don't know. There might be stuff over the weekend. Probably not. You guys know what wrestling's like. Ebu's going to announce something later. I don't know. Check things out. But thank you so much for joining us.
Worldwide on Monday, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know what's happening there.
But yeah. Thanks for
Thank you for
sincerely
watching,
thank you guys for hanging out and supporting Girls on Graps and our silly little
everything you can, because this was something I do not remember. I feel like I blacked out. I do not remember 99% of what I said.
We did
this episode.
4 podcast episodes in one today.
Yeah, this is like the longest episode of GOG ever, I think. Also, tag Blake Christian and ask him to come on GOG. We have pressing questions. Christian. Vanilla baby.
Yeah.
Good night.
Do that.
Peace.